So, I mean, not everybody's going to get this. And I looked at the Scots, apparently, in America and in particular Boston. And I think anybody that's been on my channel knows I couldn't give less of a shit about football. If I cannot tell, I've been in pubs in the afternoon. Best time to have a beer, an ale, a real ale. Afternoon, if you can do it, it's well worth it. It's before the later on and the more desperate, and I find it's more of a conversational thing. People could say, hey, that's life experience, Scott, as you get older. I mean, it's funny, my mate, Al, God bless his cotton socks, he's 82. Fair play to him. But he was a deciding factor in me getting into real ales many years ago. Not many enough, I would argue. I didn't know in the 80s. I didn't know in the 90s. And even into the early noughties, I was still having the Bacardis and Diet Coke. Imagine that. Honestly, I cringe thinking about that now. And the lagers. I always put an R in it for some reason, but, lagers. But then, I should have worked out in the 80s when I had some experience of doing bar work between courses. And back in the days of Scottish and Newcastle, I mean, remember, it was at one stage, I'm sure it was like tens of thousands of employees in Edinburgh alone. I mean, honestly, Edinburgh really was never struggling. Really. If I would argue it was doing a hell of a lot better in the 80s, like so many places, than it is now. And I looked at various vids and articles about the Scots in Boston. And in one respect, hey, I get it. I mean, it's not just Boston. What is known as the Tartan Army it makes you feel in one respect quite prideful of one's nation, because they're not a lot of grief. Really, they're not. Compared to so many other places, honestly, there is nothing truer than Scots abroad, especially though the Tartan Army crew, and having a good time, putting a lot of money into local areas, and by and large behaving, eccentrically, boisterously, whatever, passionately, but not a lot of grief. Seriously. When you look, even in recent history, I don't think, for example, in Boston, that many of these bars had a bad day. Seriously. In fact, I saw at least one or two vids where, sorry, I'd love to serve you, but we're actually out of beer. And the flights across were out of cans of beer. I wouldn't recommend cans. I've said that. BPs, BPSs and lining. And then they ran out of wine. And whatever else was probably on the planes. And look, honestly, in that aspect, I see fair play to them. But when you take that step back, oh my God. Health-wise, the Scots, believe me. When you look at the data, even the First World War, the amount of Scots that died, Scottish losses, First World War, 135,000 to 150. I haven't even looked into Second World War, various other things, but, militarily, these people, even when you look at the ACS, fundamentals, all the rest of it, and to this day, an awful lot of Scots. They don't have to be, 6'8" and all the rest of it. They just have to have something about them. And that's very much the Scots. And that's why they have literally, passionately gone after them as regards getting rid of the clan aspect. Up until the late 1800s. Scots were absolutely about family, clans, all that. I mean, seriously. Football comes along. Pff, holy shit. Well, over time that changed. Big style. Still passionate, still high testosterone. I would argue, honestly, that there must be something genetically with the Scots. I mean, after all, when you look at fucking invention, innovation, aspects of influence over the world, there's few nations, like, really few nations, yeah? I mean, I've said it, I don't know how many times over the years. You look at that, Hadrian's Wall, and, well, why? Well, why the hell did they have to build the damn thing? Gone all over Europe, kicked ass, came into what we now know is the UK, kicked ass all over England, Wales, blah, 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 gets so far, and then feels the need to build a wall the breadth of a country, of a nation, of an island. And then it was like something like 25 plus feet across and more, and about the same high, and maybe more. But then over quite literally millennia, when you think about it, at least one or two farmers, well, that's no longer needed now, I'll be building my wall. And quite rarely so. Get it? Absolutely get it. But my God, when you look historically, First World War, Second World War, various aspects, military especially, hardy is not the word, yeah? And they are exemplary, by and large, wherever they go, as the Tartan Army. But I absolutely get what DJ's saying here. Progressive Scotland is nothing but decadence, decay, and decline. When